Yo, what the funny is going on, everybody? It's your boy. Oh my god. No! Today I want to make some statues, and I also want to rant. It's on the board, we gotta get it done. Not leaving anything off. But, yeah, I want to make some statues today. I think I'm worried that we're going to build too much just from this vantage point, and so everything's going to look good from this angle but nowhere else. But anyways, I want to make statues up there. I think would be a good spot for them. So they're like up there. I don't know how tall the build height is now that I think about it. That might be a problem. But we'll figure it out once we get up there. I also want to rant about college for a minute, because I am in college, technically. I'm a full-time student, technically, I guess. But I go, this is about to be a complete yapping session, anyway. But, yeah, I just been feeling totally... I've always hated school in some ways, but man, education has just gotten like worse and worse throughout the years. It's actually crazy, like watching it happen in my lifetime and like in my life as a student. Here, let's get some cobble. I want to make it out of a smooth stone. Hopefully. Let's take some gravel too. Maybe the base can be something. Well, let's get up there. But yeah, and I drive pretty far for school. I drive like an hour and a half each way. So I drive an hour and a half there and an hour and a half back for both. So it's pretty tough sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. And yeah, man, just a lot of these classes I feel like are not worth it for anyone who, like, if you're not going to college for a specific thing, like if you're going for there to be a teacher or like an engineer or something, I really don't see a point in going. I'm gonna be honest. But I'm at the point where I would drop out, but I have 3 months left. And after, like, basically 3 to 4 months left of college, and then I'm done forever. And so I think a lot of people would agree with me that that's, like, 90% of people would agree that it's pretty stupid to drop out at the last leg of the thing. People always talk about, like, making connections in college and like, oh man, you're gonna find your people at college and it's gonna be so great. I remember this one guy I met in college and we're still friends to this day and we're so awesome. But it really is not like that, let me tell you. Everyone is so like socially screwed up now. It's crazy. I'm being a negative Nelly out here, but it's crazy, bro. Man, it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. They really, I go to a bad school anyways. I messed up, but I really just wanted to go to a local school, or local-ish, I should say. An hour and a half away is pretty bad. But, man, it really sucks. Either way. It's just it's so difficult. The one thing that I just realized now is that people act nowadays like going to college is actually how you like meet people and make connections. And it's like they act like it's one of the only ways to do so, when they don't realize that like people have been making connections and friends like way easier throughout the decades without college. Like, people act like when you turn 18 and go off to college, this is going to be your only chance to find people your age and like connect with them and find like some people that you know. But it really is not like that. That is such like a terrible mindset to have. I absolutely hate that. Where people, I hate when people talk about like, oh, you should just give up on like, it's definitely true on some level, but giving up, there's this whole craze about like, once you turn a certain age, you can't like change your life in any way, or you can't like act differently or change something bad that you don't like about your life. You're just locked in and you just have to deal with it forever. It's just so terrible and not okay, and I just hate that so much, where it's like, oh, he's a lost cause, you know, he's 50 years old now, there's no hope in him. Which I get on some level, but that's not how people work, you know. That's just not how people work. Life is like infinitely changing, and there's so many possibilities and ways to expand and learn and everything, but people really are like, oh, this is what I do now. This is me, and I guess I just have to deal with it forever. And that's kind of hypocritical of me to say, because that's kind of what I've been thinking about with college. But it's also like, I did not want to go to college, you know. I really did not want to go, and I still don't really want to go. I absolutely hate school, always have. And you know, those people are like, education is our way to the future, and education is always a great thing, which, yeah, I agree with too, but on a personal level, I can't agree with it. You know, on like a economic sort of stance, I agree with it. Like if you're looking at like the statistics, it's probably a great thing. But like on a personal level, man, I cannot do it. Something about like not only standing still, but learning something that I'm not interested in, or not, oh my god, not interested in. It's not that I'm not even interested in some of these things. It's that a lot of the time when I do find a subject that I'm interested in, the class just absolutely ruins it for me. Like, it just feels awful to do these assignments for something that like should be like you're passionate about and that you want to like carve your own path for, but instead you're just like, alright guys, we got to do this assignment that the curriculum is assigned for us and that we got to get done, and if you want to do it a different way or want to actually have fun, that's not allowed here. So you just got to get the credits and move on. It just feels so bad. Like, it's such a waste of time. And you know, there's people on, and you know, I watched like videos. If you've seen videos about college, or you are in college, you've probably seen those videos online where it's like, I wouldn't recommend college personally, but if you're thinking about it, you should probably go. Well, let me tell you here, don't ever go to college, ever. Don't ever set foot in there. They're all scamming you. Everyone in there is miserable. Everyone is trying to just like keep afloat a dying system that's going to be phased out in the next 20 years. It's so bad. Like, and I know I probably sound just like, oh my god, this ignorant kid. He doesn't know anything about anything. Man, if I was his age, I would totally go to college, and man, these kids nowadays don't know anything. But also, let me say, college and like education is completely different than it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago, yeah, it might have been fun. It might have been awesome. You could probably just do the paper assignments. Everything was awesome. And you could probably meet people way easier, too. And it was probably fine. But man, nowadays, the teachers do not care. And on some level, you just can't blame them. Because it's like, yeah, they're just screwed up. They're paid so little. And even if they aren't, like, they're just paid fine, you know? And, like, they put, like, what's the point in putting effort in when nobody cares, you know? But there are some genuine teachers who do care. But the ones who do care, it really doesn't matter. Because, like, they're still assigning assignments that are, like, just basic, like, fill in the blank, you know? I just can't do it, man. I just can't, you know? And nothing about, like, oh, man, just, like, stick it out and it'll get better. Because, you know, school really has never gone better. In this final stretch, you know, I was thinking about, like, my time starting school and, like, kindergarten and stuff and first grade, and it was just like, wow. Oh, there's a skeleton after us. And it was just like, wow, school has never gone better, not one bit. And I've tried, you know, to, like, put all my effort in, and there's times when I definitely had to, you know, grind it, lock in, and get the credit. That, yeah, school has just never gone better. Maybe I was just traumatized as a kid, but man, every time I remember just having the absolute worst anxiety attacks, like, ever as a kid, where I would be like, literally every single time I would go to school, I would like scream and cry and, like, kick my feet on the dashboard. Like, I would be freaking out every time I would go to school. It was really bad. And in hopes that, like, my parents would leave me home and not let me go because I was just having, like, that bad of a time. And so I would like freak out even more on the drive there in hopes that they would not let me go. Because, like, it was so bad. And just I don't know, it was just something about the feeling of being around, like, I don't know if it was people my age or just the feeling of not being able to, like, the feeling of, like, not being able to go outside. Or I think also that you're, like, what scared me when I was younger was that you're kind of, like, forced to do stuff, which, like, wasn't a concept explained to me, and that you're, like, forced to act in a certain way at school, you know? And that's not like, oh, it's like a military school, like, you have to be the most pristine, but you do have to, like, you still, like, have to act, like, in accordance and be a model student. I think that's what scared me, is that, like, you have to act a certain way, you know, that you have to like be a model student in a way, or that you, like, are, like, almost like playing pretend, or that you, like, aren't yourself. I don't know, just I can't explain it. It was just something about it that really freaked me out as a kid. Also with the anxiety attacks, probably it did not help. And just, like, yeah, it was bad. And like, the funny thing is, that feeling has, like, never left. Like, every time I go to school, it's still there. And every single drive there, like, it's still bad. And I'm still like, okay, yeah, I'm never doing this again. And that's not to say that, like, there can't be good times at school, you know? There's good times in every bad situation. That's just how life is, you know? Like, you're gonna eventually have a good time at least once, maybe for like a day or two, but really it's like, it really is not, it's so far between, and it's still not like, it's still not school. The best times in school are when you're not doing schoolwork and hanging out with friends or making friends, you know? Like, yeah. I don't know. But yeah, just don't ever go to school. Don't ever let anyone pressure you into it. You know, follow what feels right to you. If you think going to school is right for you, or going back to school even is right for you, then you should absolutely do it. But man, if you're not like, oh, I don't know about this, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I should just get a job and figure things out first, or it's really the right play to not go, at least in my opinion. But I also don't want to be one of those people on YouTube that's like, well, if you think it's right, then you should go, and like, it wasn't that bad. For me, it was really bad. It's still really bad, you know? I just have this fundamental problem with school that I can't explain. And, you know, part of me is like, oh, well, you should feel like privileged to go, because not everyone gets to go to school. And it's like, nah, screw that, bro. Like, honestly, that's such like a dumb mentality to have, I feel like, where it's like, it's not dumb, but it's just not a one that I like, where it's like, oh, you should feel grateful for everything you have. And it's like, well, yeah, but you're still like having a bad time in your own personal experience. So it's like, how could you really say that when it's like someone's, for example, like, you could get in a car accident and like lose your legs, for example, and that would be awful. But it's about your own personal perception of things, you know? Maybe if you lost your legs and you lost your job that you hated, and then you got a really good job that you liked, and now you're like way more happier than you ever were because it changed your life in a fundamental way. And that could be like, and that could really lead to like a better life, you know, like a happier life. And you could think back, it's like, oh dang, I'm glad I lost my legs. Even though that's an extreme example, and you probably aren't gonna feel that way after becoming disabled like that, it's still something to think about. And then you could stub your toe and think, wow, I'm having the worst experience ever, and I'm gonna die alone, and man, my life is just awful that I stubbed my toe ever since that one day, and I really just are having an off day, you know? And like, yeah, some people just feel awful even though like nothing's wrong, technically, like on paper, you know? It's about your personal perception. Like, you could have a great job and a lot of money, you could have the family and the wife and the kids and everything, or the husband. Hey, I don't discriminate on this channel. Yeah, let's go. Oh my god. And yeah, and you could still be miserable. So yeah, I don't know. It's a really tough thing to be with. And a lot of the problem with these colleges too is that like they're basically dying because no one wants to go to school anymore because it's too expensive and a waste of time. And so it's on the decline, especially because of the virus, the COVID. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah. So everyone's kind of scared to go back. And especially they have reason to be, because the main reason why it's so bad too is I've literally seen the shift from like when I was in elementary school to middle school, like somewhere in middle school along the line, everything started becoming online because they realized that it was way cheaper and way more less effort, basically, and way more cost effective, and they thought it would be better. Basically, all these tech entrepreneurs basically told them that it would be the way of the future, and everyone was baiting these old idiot college professors into all these academic advisors and everything to switch to online. But really, they just got baited, and now like we have to all deal with the consequences of a way more terrible school system. It's probably better administratively, but on a academic level, it's pretty terrible, and I think we can all agree on that on some level. Some of these websites are actually just like terribly coded, and like it's like, wow, how did this even get made? Like aren't like for a school thing from the government, like shouldn't it be like well put together? like half these people could make a better website and school system than the administration did. Like half these kids probably could if they like put their mind to it. But it's like no, because this older generation has this like mental block that, okay, here's a side rant from college. Dude, these tech entrepreneurs baited the older generation so hard, and it's so like disgusting to see it, is that there's literally a mental block. They all advertised it back in like when on like the internet and everything, technology was getting more popular. They all like promised that it would be so easy to use. But we're like, all these old people, I have to freaking tell them what to do. Like, I have to walk them through it, and they still don't get it. It's literally like learning a new language or something. Like, you have to just be constantly using it and like figure things out on your own, because it just is a fundamental block where they don't understand how some things work. Like, how would you know Control Z, basically? Like, how would you know some of these commands unless you purposely just looked at them or figured them out? There's nothing online that's telling you, hey, shortcuts are fine. Like, you need to learn them because it's going to save you so many hours and so many headaches. But it's like, no, there's literally like secret functions that you kind of just have to know about, and are like translated between internet and just like the way that computers work. And they promised like, oh, it'll be so easy to use, like my grandchild can use this. But it's just like children can learn anything. Let's get that out of the way. Like, there's this whole block where it's like, oh my god, these kids are such idiots. Like, I would be so much better than them, but it's like they literally have so much like capacity to learn. That's all they're doing at that age. Like, they literally can figure things out way quicker than most people realize. And for the internet, like, they can figure it out, bro. Like, these whole iPad kid things are insane. Like, even for like my generation, like when I was a kid, like I'd still need help to figure things out and understand stuff like on the Game Boy. But these kids are like already playing Minecraft at a high level on their iPad. Like, it's crazy. Like, they need to calm down. But they're being brainwashed by... Okay, never mind. Back to college. Anyways, these statues are almost done, and I actually got to go to school, funny enough, in like 45 minutes, so wish me luck. Recently I No, never mind. I was gonna say that oh my goodness. Never mind. So I may be getting kicked out this next today, so we'll see. Basically, I got mad and let my artistic vision flow through my passion and my anger. This little alien guy. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's alright, you know. These statues are alright. I want to make larger ones, but these are alright for so far. With kind of stone stuff, you kind of don't have to make it look. These statues don't look that good, but it'll have to do. At least for now. I kind of just wanted something up here that I thought would be cool. I also wanted to talk about school and just, man, it's just not been good. And it's not like I haven't tried to make schoolwork, but it's just like, man, every time I put more effort in than I should and just absolutely grind it out and just put my heart into it, and it's just like not rewarded whatsoever. It's like, yeah, no, yeah, of course, like, obviously, but you know, it just feels like, because, yeah, I don't know, it just feels not good to go, and it's just never right. This guy's arm is so whack. And the whole thing about like making connections too, because I was told that too, and I was like, oh, maybe I will find some nice people, and that's not wrong. I mean, you will meet people in college, like, no matter what. Everyone's kind of like super giddy to meet people because they realize it's like, oh shoot, this is gonna be my last time. No, I need to make memories here now. And so everyone's kind of in a rush to prove themselves and have the best time at college, which is good. You know, you want to have a good time at college. But anyways, like, people are really acting like you can't make friends or connections outside of college or after college. Like, it's crazy. Like, people do realize that you could, like, make friends at any point, even if you have a job. And for the past, like, 40 years before college was popular, or I should say, before college got super popular, like, people were making friends at any point in their life. Like, they do realize that, right? One thing that is so clear to me, which I don't understand why people don't, like, learn from, is that, like when you talk to old people, they always want to be talkative. You don't even have to talk to them. Like, they're always saying what's on their mind. They're always like, hey, how's it going? Even the grumpy ones, they still have this, like, fundamental, like, hopefully I'm probably saying like too much in this video, so that's awesome. Yep, I'm gonna even the grumpy ones will still have this these like high social skills, because it was just so much better back then to make friends and connections, and it's just not like that now. And so people are kind of worried. It's like, oh, I have to do this in order to make friends. Oh, I have to go here in order to make friends, which you can't even blame them for, because it's like, because it is really hard now, you know. And I'm very grateful for the friends that I was able to make. I kind of got lucky, honestly, and Most of the friends that I've made have been just like, come to me, really. And not the other way around. So, yeah. That just makes me mad when people are like that. It's like, oh, there's nothing you can do. It's over, buddy. Oh my god. I didn't fix his arm too. I think my voice is dying or something. Well, that doesn't look too bad. It's kind of like, I forget the name of it. I should have known, because I just got reminded of it like 2 days ago. But the way they're like spread out is kind of like the Jesus Christ statue in Brazil. Is it the Rio de Janeiro? I could be completely wrong. I don't know. I probably just said something stupid there, but yeah, that's pretty much the statues. I gotta go to school, and man, it's so bad. And everyone around me was like, you should just go back, man. Like, you should just go back. Like, it's probably not that bad. Like, I think you should really finish school. And a lot of these people around you, it's such common advice, like, don't listen to what other people say, but man, it's so true. Like, these people do not know you better than you. No one can know you better than you. And so to be like, you should just do this thing, you're always gonna get the same cookie cutter, like, answer every time. It's just like, man, it's so bad. I don't like thinking about that, because it just feels awful. Man, it's like, I don't know, I don't like to think about people that way, but it's just like, man, I really blundered listening to people around me and going back to college. And it's just like, man. And maybe there's someone out there too that like feels the other way, where they listened to someone and they didn't go to college and they regret it. Also, another side tangent is the best people at college are the old people. Like, the older people going back are some of the coolest, like, interesting, like, respectable people at the college, because you don't have to deal with this pressure of these kids around you where it's like, I need to be liked. No, I'm guilty of that too, of course, but man, they're just so chill. I don't know how else to put it. And it's just like, they know what they want out of college, but the problem is these kids get like forced into it by like society and pressure from parents and stuff, and it's just like, dang, it just feels bad. Don't ever listen to people around you and make your own path, you know? It sounds simple and dumb to say, but yeah, it's really that simple. Just, you gotta do what's right, and you gotta do it. You gotta do what's right for you, and you gotta do it. It's really that simple. That's probably a good note to end it on. Yeah, college has been really bad, and I kind of want to get into it, but it kind of hurts to think about, too, so, yeah. So, 3 more months and I'm done, I guess, unless I fail my classes, and then I'm screwed, and I have to take summer classes. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Huge rant. Need to get off my chest. Just some simple statues today. Thanks for watching. It means a lot. Okay. See everyone in the next. Well, I don't know. Just bye. Have a good life. Should I do it again for comedic effect? This is gonna become an every episode thing. God dang it. Whee! Oh my. Okay, dude, No shot. I'm actually I'm actually playing on peaceful. No, oh my god. Okay. I don't care what anyone says. I'm actually playing on peaceful or easy mode from now on or something. Bro! Oh my god, I love this spot. No. Yeah, I want to say more about the peaceful versus like hard difficulty conversation, but I'm just gonna end the episode here. And I'm still gonna be playing on hard only for now, like I have been for the whole world. But man, okay. So yeah, what a terrible way to end the episode. But at least it didn't do too bad of damage. Man, these creepers, man. But yeah, thanks for watching.